Hello, world. Thank you for tuning in to the live broadcast of the Bang in Her Bag podcast. I am your host, Andréa Williams. I am your trusted personal safety consultant, and I am so happy to be here with you all today. Now, I know that you could probably tell I'm a little nervous because we're trying something different today. We want to go live so that we are able to just, engage with the people and talk to the people. So I'm hoping during this episode that you will ask some questions. And of course, I have a topic for you. So today, what we're going to discuss is the considerations that you would make when you want to purchase a firearm for the first time. See, I'm keeping it very easy. So for those who are new here, a part of my background, just to fill you in, of course, I am a military veteran. I served in the U.S. Army for nearly 14 years. And I loved that job. I was, definitely in it. I loved it. Afterwards, though, many years after it, I decided that I wanted to become a firearms instructor. And so I pursued my NRA certified instructor credential. And I then went on to the USCCA certified instructor credential. And eventually I became a USCCA training counselor, which is just a fancy term for train the trainer. I am able to certify and mentor firearms instructors of the future. So that's a little bit of my credential background. So I am the founder and owner of Silhouette Firearms Training, and we are now located in Fayetteville, North Carolina. And so I have done all of that for the past 4 years. 4 years I have been doing my thing with that. So when I am speaking to the firearms ownership, of course, I am speaking to the responsible gun owner, the people who want to invest in themselves and get the training. And so when it comes to that first time purchase of a firearm, especially with my ladies, we get very intimidated. It's just like, I don't know what to choose. And guess what? There's a whole bunch of guns for you to choose from. So today, I just want to give you some nuggets. It's free game, free considerations that you will make. Now, I definitely, before we get started, I want to shout out my producer, Vic Frost from Deep Freeze Productions. Yeah. Thank you for all that you do to make this look good. Appreciate you. All right. And so, sis, you want to purchase a gun. You're there. You know that you want to do it, but you just don't know which direction to go. You don't know what to do. So here are some considerations that I want you to make. First of all, what I tell my students, I want you to absolutely know the truth about yourself. So it's like, yo, Drea, what do you mean the truth of myself? Why does that even matter? Well, it's because different people deal with different things day in and day out. So there are some who have ailments that they may deal with, but they know that they still want to own a firearm, and absolutely they can. There are disabilities that, we're able to accommodate. You're able to accommodate yourself, right? And so my mentality is the adapt and overcome, but you have to be honest with yourself. So what that speaks to is we ain't trying to violate HIPAA over here, but you want to be honest, like with yourself. If you have difficulty being mobile, if you have difficulty with maybe arthritis or carpal tunnel syndrome, these are things that absolutely can change the way that you will train on that firearm. So those are considerations to make. You want to definitely be honest with yourself. But I will even go further than that, child. When I'm saying be honest with yourself, it is about knowing your truth. It is about knowing who you are. So let me tell you something. If you know that you have anger management problems, and you're thinking about purchasing a firearm, listen, I can't stop you from doing that. But if you know that you deal with kicking doors, waving the 4-4, you know that you do that already before you own a firearm, sis, that firearm ain't for you. I need you to get counseling, and that's coming from a good place, all right? Get the counseling that you need to deal with that. And then revisit that particular decision. So the first thing, know your truth, boo. Stand in your truth and know who you are. Know what you're dealing with. Because even when people come to me as an instructor, yes, of course, I have suggestions, recommendations, but I don't know. Usually my students, they come from all over the place. So I don't know them personally, but you know who you are. So know your truth. The next consideration that I want you to make is your why. Why do I want to own a firearm in the first place? And so I don't have to get real deep in the morals of it, all right? But what I touch on is you want to understand what you want that firearm for. What do I want it for? What do I need it for? So there are some people who, they want a firearm because they want to become competitive shooters. So they want to compete in those competitions. So they need a firearm that is suitable for that. There are some who want a firearm for home defense and only home defense. So there's platforms for that. They want maybe a firearm for the concealed carry. Maybe they want it for concealed carry and home defense. So it is certainly about knowing the why and knowing, what you want that firearm for. Of course, then my next big thing is what's in your budget? What's in your budget? So it goes beyond the firearm, the gun, the tool. It goes beyond that. But what I want to say specifically to the tool is that's an investment, sis. It's an investment. It is something that potentially, you would be, first of all, your firearm is going to last for a very long time. If you take care of your tool, obviously your tool is going to take care of you, but it is going to last for a long time. So you may be able to, put it in your will to give it to someone as something that is inherited by someone that you love. You may be even able to resell it if you decide that, you want something else. So you've outgrown it. So it is absolutely an investment. And I want you to look at it. If it is an investment, that means that you want to purchase something that is quality, something that stands the test of time. You don't want something that's rinky-dink. All right. So with the budget, that's in particular with the tool, the gun itself. Now we want to talk about, budgeting for training, budgeting for ammunition, and those accessories that you may need. Now look, I wear glasses. Now I know y'all can't tell that because, I'm over here pretty, today for this great Halloween, little holiday trick or treat, and I'm the treat. Okay. So we got that. But I am speaking about the fact that I wear glasses. Sometimes it darn near feels like bifocals. And so the investment that I have made in my journey, because I am a training counselor, I'm on the range weekly, is I get those prescription eye protection. And so that is an accessory that I have invested in. Now, I'm not recommending that because it can get pricey, but certainly you may want something on your tool that helps you to see better, an optic, that red dot or that green dot. I love, green. I can definitely see that better with my eyesight. So you want to make those considerations. The other accessory is, of course, your safe. You want a nice, suitable gun safe for yourself. And this is especially if you have littles in the house. I would even go further to, speak to, you have people in the house, they may not be littles, but you wouldn't want them to get to your tool at all. So a safe, that's an accessory. You want to budget in all of these things. Now, different people, different instructors will have their different opinions about what that looks like. Hey, there's even some people out there that say, yo, it's not that deep. Just get the gun. And I will tell you that they don't care for you. I care for you, girl. All right. I'm telling you what to do and to do it the right way. That's the energy that I'm speaking from. Also, when it comes to you deciding that you want a tool, a gun, a firearm, the consideration that you want to have is like, what brand, what manufacturer? Listen, this will require you to do your own research. There are certain firearms out there that I would never recommend. And I'm able to say that in my classes. However, because we're live, I won't give you that. But there are definitely some, and maybe even some people will chime in to say what they don't recommend you getting. All right. When we're speaking to reputable, you want a brand, a manufacturer who has been around for a long time. You want a manufacturer that is not just reputable, but their tools, their guns, their firearms are reliable. It will stand the test of time. Your firearm should absolutely be able to function properly. And so when I say function, that means that it does what it is intended to do. And in particular, when you're training with it, when I'm on the range and I'm training with it, I need to know that my firearm is going to work. When I press that trigger, that the mechanisms are going to work. It is going to do what it is supposed to do. The other consideration that I want you to have is try before you buy. That's huge. So that is huge, especially for the lady folks. So sometimes what happens with us as women, you may have boo thing partner, you may even have just pops, and they're like, hey, we want you to go shooting. What happens is usually the guns that they choose for us are too big for us, and we're not able to handle it as like first-time shooters. So we get it wrong. Maybe we may even try it, but we hurt ourselves because we didn't hold it properly. We did not have the proper grip. We didn't have a proper stance. And so shooting a gun for the first time ended up being something that was traumatic. Yeah, while you didn't shoot yourself in the pinky toe or you didn't injure anyone else, maybe that grip was wrong. So you got a slide bite. Or maybe it kicked back a little bit more than what you were prepared to. So it rocked your world. All right. That happens when people put tools in our hands that's not suitable for us. So the consideration that you would have, and it's not just for, the ladies here, it's for the gentlemen as well. You want to make sure that that tool, that gun, that firearm is ergonomically correct. So in reference to, a handgun, you want to make sure that it has the proper fit in your hands. You want to make sure that you are able to get an absolute positive grip, and that you have positive custody over your firearm. Because no matter what the personal defense tool is, what I have my students to understand is that you are the master of that tool. That tool is not the master of you. But when you have it, when you're training with it, when you're practicing with it, you are mastering that tool. You are mastering what you are supposed to do with that tool properly. So ergonomically, we absolutely want to be correct. Oh, I like that black background.
It's all good. All right, we good.
All right. And so ergonomics, that matters. But also what matters is balance. So, ladies, sometimes when our boo things, they want to buy us tools. I always recommend, but come shopping with us and bring your credit card along with you, boo. That's what I like, because we can make a whole date out of this, and we can make the shopping experience positive. And so it's important for you to be there so that you are able to touch on the gun. You are able to make sure that you can rack that slide. You are able to make sure that you can get your finger on the trigger. You are able to handle the mechanics of it. So you absolutely want to make sure that you're there for the purchase. So it's not that your boo thing can't buy you the tool, but boo thing shouldn't choose the tool for you. Now, you may have a husband who he knows you. He's been with you, and he has been on your firearms training journey, and he knows what you like, what you prefer, or whatever. Maybe he was at the store and you did window shopping, and y'all actually found something that was good, and you felt it, you liked it, and you tried it, and he knows that, and they're able to make the purchase. But typically, my recommendation is not necessarily to make the purchase without knowing that, your lady, can purchase and handle that particular tool. It's definitely going to be about the try before you buy. So when I'm speaking to balance, I'm speaking about weight. For concealed carry, gun permittees, when you're concealed carrying, a fully loaded firearm feels different. So for the men, they may not feel, unbalanced, because they're able to, they're channeling all their masculine energy. They're able to it feels different, but they don't know that it feels different. But for us, the ladies, we are able to account for every single pound that we feel, every ounce. We are able to know that, golly, I feel heavier today. And that's what a firearm potentially will do. It will throw your balance off. So you absolutely want to make sure that you are balanced. And dare I say, if you're concealed carrying, you absolutely want to make sure that you find that sweet spot on your body so that you are able to conceal carry properly. Obviously, with that try before you buy, that is something that is big to me when it comes to the considerations that you will make when purchasing your firearms. I tell my students and my private clients all the time, like, this is absolutely a big deal. When you're going to make those purchases, it is a big deal. So the things that I have covered with you today have been, know your truth. Know your truth. Stand in your truth. So, with your ailments, again, we're not trying to violate HIPAA. If you have ailments and you're going to a firearms training course, it would be a great courtesy to let your instructor know that, hey, I have carpal tunnel, or hey, I cannot extend my arms all the way out. So they are properly tracking and can make those adjustments for you. And they're able to see it and know it, and you know it, and everybody's comfortable. So know your truth. You also want to know why. Why do you want to own a firearm? Really, what do you want to own a firearm for? Like, what is the purpose? Is it concealed carry? Is it home defense? Is it for hunting? You absolutely want to make sure of that. You want to have a budget in place. This is the real deal. Like I said, this is about an investment. And sis, you are absolutely investing in yourself. You are investing in your safety, your personal safety, and your family's safety. So it is an investment. And let me tell you, when it comes to firearms, you get what you pay for. So, it's okay to budget, and it is okay to put firearms on layaway. If the gun store has a layaway program, take it, do it, pay on it, and then get you an instructor that has some tools that you can train with in the meantime until you are able to pay off that gun. Save for it, but budget for it. Of course, the other consideration is that you want to get with a reputable manufacturer. You want a quality brand, a manufacturer that has skin in the game. They've been here for a while. They have quality products. They have quality reviews. And again, different instructors will say different things. They will say different tools that they would never shoot. And that includes me, but we got to get on the one-on-one, and I'll let you know for real, what you shouldn't have in your arsenal. And then we want to try before you buy. That is very important. You want to try before you buy. And this is so you know that firearm fits your hand. You want to know that firearm, that you are able to shoot it. You are able to, actually go through the fundamentals. You want to make sure that gun is functional. You want to make sure that gun is balanced so that you're not carrying something that's too heavy or too big. And you absolutely want to make sure that you are able to work the mechanics of that gun. That is racking that slide. That is putting that gun on safe if that's what it has, a manual safety lever. That is a proper grip. You absolutely want to make sure. Now, a common mistake that people make, and especially ladies, they absolutely love to, the gun store see you coming, and they want to put a very small gun in the lady's hands. Now, you see my little hands, my little team. Shout out to that team that I was working with yesterday. They were joking my hands, calling my hands long and big and stuff, but it's my nails, y'all. But anyway, with that small gun, what I want you to know is that on the functional side, hey, that's good. It's great for concealed carry, but it's going to take more effort for you to control that gun when you shoot it. Because, the smaller the gun, it's usually the harder the kickback, the harder the recoil. And so what happens is ladies get very intimidated by that. It's like, I can't handle it. So you already don't know the fundamentals. You don't know about training with the gun. You have no idea, right? But what happens is now that gun that I should be concealed carrying, I'm not able to conceal carry because I'm terrified of it. It's absolutely taking my confidence away. Well, in order for you to gain competence, you gotta come to a sister like me, someone who's dedicated. And I'm already telling you that I'm not the only one out here. There are lots of qualified and awesome instructors out here and training counselors who are dedicated to this. So I don't know if anyone has any questions. What say you, Vic?
I mean, can you purchase, let's say you're trying to do a gift or whatever, and you purchase one for her trying to be the man or whatever. Mm-hmm. And then she gets the gun and then it doesn't work for her. You should take her back, let her try it out or whatever, then she can swap it, right? Is that how that works?
That's a great question. And so the answer to that is it will depend on the policy of that gun store. Usually there is a no refund, no take backsies. All right. So that means that in essence, that's just something that you spent all that money on. And that's why it is important to be proactive. It's important to, hey, I want to get you this gift, boo. Like I want to get you this gift, boo. But we're going to go out and we're going to shop for this together. And that's ideal. That's an ideal process. The other portion that I do want to say, and I guess this is specifically for the gentlemen, when it comes to the ladies. You may have, wife, sister, mother, auntie who you absolutely love. And you're like, girl, you need to get a gun in your hand. Girl, you need to get a gun in your hand. Girl, you need to get a gun in your hand. And you tell them that, and they're afraid. They're uncomfortable. They don't like it for whatever the reasons are. Sirs, do not force the issue. Don't try to force a firearm or force or gift firearms training for a sister who is not ready to take that path or take that journey. It's just not for her. Now, how you would empower the woman that you care about, the daughter that you're thinking about, the mother that you're thinking about, the auntie or the boo thing that you're thinking about, you would empower them by still encouraging them to get the proper training, to get the proper personal defense tool for them. And so, shameless plug, Silhouettes goes across the different levels of force. It is not just about the gun. It is about the person. So when people show up and they are uncomfortable with the gun, or they're just not competent, they're not confident, and I see it and I know it and I've worked with them, we have to speak about other options, and there are other options for them. So empower them by still getting them the proper training, but maybe it's not firearms. Maybe instead it's training on pepper spray. And of course, if you want more information on that, get with me. I am here. So this has been fun. I want to thank everyone for tuning in. I think, my producer says that, we're going to do this at least once a month. So I am going to pop up on the live, pop out, and I am going to have different conversations with you. If you have any questions, any concerns, you are able to reach me at Andrea, Andrea, at silhouettesnc.com. silhouettesnc.com or info@silhouettesnc.com, and I will answer your emails and within a 48-hour period. And I want to thank you for tuning in again. This is Andréa, your trusted personal safety consultant, and we are here with the Bang in Her Bag podcast. This was a live episode. Be safe out there, and remember, stay ready so you don't have to get ready. See y'all later.